for this final example here, it's just to sort of, again, remind you that you need to know the special factor forms, okay? Difference of squares, the binomial square, perfect square, trinomial form, but also sum and difference of cubes. So here if you have t cubed minus 8, this is the difference of two perfect cubes. So that factors into a binomial and a trinomial. The binomial is just the sum of the bases being cubed, which are t and negative 2. And then the trinomial you can build from the outside in. Square the first term, t squared. Square the second term, negative 2 squared is plus 4. And then take the opposite of the product of these two terms. So negative 2 times t, change the sign to a positive 2t. So there's the factors in the numerator. In the denominator, again, when you're looking at factoring this, you could look to see, are there two factors of positive 4 whose sum is negative 4? And that would be negative 2 and negative 2. Okay, you can also recognize that that's a perfect square trinomial, and you could factor it as t minus 2 quantity squared. Either way is fine. But when you cancel these factors here, you're left with t squared plus 2t plus 4 in grouping symbols, all divided by t minus 2 in grouping symbols. Okay, and when you look, you see that you did have a factor that got canceled from the denominator. What value of t is excluded based on this factor? T can't be a 2. Is that apparent in the simplified form? Yeah. So even though it got canceled here, the fact that there's still that factor in the denominator that tells you t can't be a 2, that means that this is a vertical asymptote, not a whole. So the additional domain restriction is dne, because the simplified form already tells you about that restriction.